Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson and welcome to California Life, where we bring you the best of California every week on our show. And it's finally time to travel again, and what better way than on your own private jet? David Wiley shows us how to travel in style.
Imagine whisking away to some of your favorite destinations on a private jet. A luxury once reserved for the rich and famous is now available to all of us, thanks to SetJet, a membership-based private charter jet program. Co-founded by CEO Tom Smith, the SetJet concept was created 10 years ago to bring the private jet experience to the masses.
Private aviation can be very, very expensive, so we wanted to find a way to share that experience. The concept was to create a membership through SetJet that all of our members would get to benefit from the access to these aircraft that are multi-million-dollar interiors like you see behind me, and get the experience of flying in and out of a FBO at a private airport or even a public airport, but not having to deal with the terminals, not having to deal with the uncomfortable travel associated with commercial travel, especially in today's environment.
And they did this by creating a model that gives their members access to luxurious private jets at a price comparable to traditional first-class travel.
By creating this membership, we're allowing our members to help offset the cost of having to buy the aircraft and operate that aircraft. So it's a $99 a month to join, and then it's $99 a month to become a member, whether you fly or not. And then it's about $470 each way. It's about an hour trip between Southern California, Northern California, Las Vegas, and Phoenix, Arizona. So we picked routes that really fit this airplane very, very well, and access. There was a lot of people traveling between those routes.
JetSet has proven popular not only with business travelers, but families and even those with pets. And in these days of COVID-19, SetJet offers spacious and sanitary travel.
We were the first and only aviation company in the United States to offer COVID testing to our members. We sanitize the aircraft after every flight, and you can see there's a lot of space behind me, so you're not sitting right next to anybody on the airplane.
And while most of the flights crisscross between Phoenix, Las Vegas, Southern California, and the Bay Area, SetJet recently added flights to a favorite getaway destination.
We did bring in the resort travel down to Cabo San Lucas, which has been extremely popular.
SetJet is truly revolutionizing the airline industry by offering a safe, luxurious, and affordable travel experience. See all that SetJet has to offer at setjet.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
And coming up, have you ever dreamed of getting non-surgical plastic surgery? Beverly Hills dermatologist Dr. Busso joins us in studio today to share his best cosmetic secrets and his world-renowned Busso lift. Plus, Elise joins us next with top locations that inspired Disney movies. And we talk to John Stamos and one of the most sought-after celebrity trainers. It's all coming up next after this short break.
Hi, this is Steven Tyler, and I love California Life.
Hey, I'm Christina Perry, and I love California Life.
We love California Life.
Hi, I'm Joe Buck, and I love California Life.
Hi, I'm Nick Barrios, fashion designer. You may know me from Project Runway, and you're watching California Life.
He's one of the most recognized leaders in plastic surgery, from acclaimed research on cosmetic fillers and a fellowship with the American Academy of Dermatology. Dr. Busso specializes in dark circles, Botox, and his world-renowned Busso lift, developing some of the largest cosmetic practices in Miami and now Beverly Hills. Dr. Mariano Busso joins us in studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
It is such a pleasure, and I have enjoyed just learning from you, truly the expert, on everything that I think is kind of now a main topic. Every time I go out, I don't know if it's my age or the time that we're in our lives, but it's really become something that people aren't afraid to talk about. Whether it's what are you doing, how are you doing it, who are you going to? Have you noticed that it's something that people openly talk about?
Absolutely. I remember back in the 90s, people would hide. If someone would do Botox, would deny it. Maybe the person could not move one drop of the eyebrows, I would say, no, I never had Botox. Today, it's accepted, and I think that we know that after a certain age, if people look really good, it's because they've done something. Now we have extremely safe products, extremely safe techniques, great outcomes. People are very knowledgeable about all these procedures, so they have a lot of experience. So you see a lot of people that receive them happy, and they bring their friends because they're all happy with it.
It is scary for me to think to put my kid under even for getting their tonsils out. And I just heard a story about somebody that did like a mini facelift when they were under for 6 hours. And I love the thought that you are getting the same effect with the Busso lift, a non-invasive. You don't have to go under like that. I mean, is that part of the reason that you invented this?
Right, part of frustration because the concept of lifting structures is old. It's just that technology was not available. We all know that the face changes over time, which we call aging, which means we lose fat, and gravity pulls down a structure, so brings the cheeks down, jaws down, and so that's what we call aging. So we needed one more tool, which was something that was not surgical, that could reposition the fat, cheeks or jowls, that descended through time, through gravity. And now that we have that, and that was the Busso lift. So I studied and experimented with threads until eventually I was able to reposition fat on the face to whatever location was adequate. And so it's a very powerful tool, extremely powerful tool.
And that is something that you want, especially in the entertainment industry, now that you're in Beverly Hills. You know, what do you think about your clientele here, even just versus Miami?
Well, in order to serve my celebrity clientele better, then I opened my practice in Beverly Hills, because one of the issues about celebrities, they cannot do too much at once, because they cannot change too much, and they cannot afford the side effects or the downtime. And so for that, I needed to be here in Beverly Hills.
I love that we have access to you. So, you know, it can be a little intimidating to go into a Beverly Hills office and, you know, see somebody of your caliber, but I love that when you make an appointment, we do get to come see you.
Well, absolutely. It's the boutique office in terms of I want to provide the service. I like the human interaction. So it's part of what I enjoy doing. And it's part of the procedure, because you had to build up a relationship which is based on trust. And you had to understand the person, the circumstances, to properly tailor the treatment to that person, to those person's circumstances. So that I had to be there present, and plus I enjoy it.
I know, well, we love having you here, so please come back.
Thank you, I will.
And that was Dr. Busso with us here in studio. You can always check out more of our segments online. And coming up here on California Live, we've got a ticket to the hottest thematic party of the summer. And we catch up with John Stamos. Then see why celebrities, socialites, and models train with one of the most sought-after trainers in New York City. And our very own Elise joins us next with the top 10 real-life places that inspired Disney movies. It's all coming up next here in entertainment after this short break.
California Life brings you the best of California. California Life brings you news that is relevant to your life in the Golden State. I'm Heather Dawson, the host of California Life. Tune in to California Life in your city.
And now it's time to hear from Elise, who has the top 10 real-life places that inspired Disney movies.
Have you ever secretly wanted to visit Cinderella's castle or maybe explore the African safaris from The Lion King? Did you know that those Disney places were inspired by real-life locations that you can actually go visit? Here are the top 10 real-life places that inspired Disney movies. Number 1. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany inspired Walt Disney's Sleeping Beauty Castle, the castle that started it all. Number 2. Mont-Saint Michel in Normandy, France inspired Tangled's Kingdom of Corona. Number 3. The French village Alsace inspired Belle's provincial town from Beauty and the Beast. Number 4. Hotel de Glace in Quebec City, Canada inspired Elsa's Ice Palace in Frozen. Number 5. The Chillon Castle in Switzerland inspired Prince Eric's lakeside castle from The Little Mermaid. Number 6, Alcázar of Segovia, Spain, inspired Snow White's castle. Number 7, the Taj Mahal inspired the Sultan's palace from Aladdin. Number 8, Ambosell National Park inspired the landscape behind the Lion King. And number 9, St. Olaf's Church in Balestrand, Norway inspired the chapel in Frozen. And finally, number 10, the UN Drop-In in Shamrock, Texas is a real-life gas station that inspired the movie Cars. All right, that's it for our list. If you want to know how to get to these places or more on travel destinations, check out our blog on CaliforniaLifeHD.com.
No matter how you slice it, eating well and following a regular exercise program is vital to good health. June is Men's Health Month and a good reminder for men and everyone who loves them to practice healthy lifestyle habits. Actor and philanthropist John Stamos enjoys healthy living every day. Welcome, John.
Actor and philanthropist John Stamos enjoys eating healthy every day. Welcome, John. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I not every day, but most days I enjoy it. I mean, I eat healthy every day, but I don't. I'm kidding. In the middle of the pandemic, when COVID-19 for me standing for like 19 pounds, I went back to work on my new show Big Shot on Disney Plus because we stopped in the middle of like episode 4 or 5, and the kind folks over at Orwheat came and said, "Do you want to partner up and do something?" And I said, "Well, let me try it first." And I have a turkey sandwich every day on the set to keep me going. And I asked the craft service guy, I said, "We need Orwheat on the set." He said, "John, you've been eating it for a year since we started this thing." I said, "Oh, and I feel good, right?" I said, "Yeah." All right, I'm in. Today we're talking about the small. They just put out the small slice, which is cool, and it's also going to be my new nickname, John Small Slice Stamos.
Well, congrats on the show on Disney Plus, by the way, Big Shots. That's pretty awesome. A great platform to be on.
Yes, I'm grateful for that.
You're quite a busy guy, so tell us how you keep up with your busy life and nutrition.
Well, first you have to have the energy to keep up with it all, right? You have to have, and I think. Obviously eating as nutritious as I can is part of it. I exercise as well. And, I have a 3-year-old son that keeps me busy running around. I just FaceTimed him. He was eating small slice French toast. And I was like, "Okay, good, son. That's good because that." Sometimes I put a hole in it and crack an egg in there too, and he likes that as well. My wife and I and the cast of Big Shot, we went down to the LA Food Bank last week and handed out food. And the classy folks at Orwheat, they saw on Instagram that I was there with the cast, and they donated last night $25,000 to the LA Food Bank. So, and I know California here, so that's pretty cool, right?
That's fantastic.
One of the biggest benefits of a new home is that it's designed for the way people live today.
People want open floor plans. They want indoor-outdoor flow. They want smart technology, and they want lots of closet space.
Price may be a key consideration for home buyers, but it's not the only one.
Home buyers want a lot of personalization, and that's why I partnered with KB Home, because they're better at that than anyone else in the business.
Another benefit of a new home is that it's cheaper to maintain in the long run.
The biggest way you're going to save money in your home is on your utility bills, right? So 3 important words to remember are Energy Star certified. These homes are more efficient than they were even just a decade ago.
Add in some smart tech to help you monitor your home and cut back on things like water use. Go to kbhome.com for more house buying inspiration and information to help you get the most for your housing dollar.
The mask mandate is being lifted and movie fans are slowly heading back to theaters. Alicia Stanford has the scoop on a movie that's been just waiting for the opportunity to be on the big screen.
Thanks, Heather. I love a musical, and I admit it unabashedly. In the Heights is a musical I and many others have been waiting for a very long time. Was it worth the wait? Let's find out.
What does Juanito mean?
It means little dream.
And there are lots of dreams, small and large, taking place in the Heights. Usnavi, played by Anthony Ramos, takes us behind the scenes in his tight-knit neighborhood to fill us in on the hopes and desires of those trying to live the American dream.
On these blocks, you can't walk 2 steps without bumping into someone's big plan.
And their difficulty in doing so.
When we get into these crazy hypotheticals, you really want some bread, then go ahead, create a set of goals.
I pick a business school and pay the entrance fee. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll stay friends with me.
In the Heights is based on the Tony Award-winning musical brought to us by Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda. It won Best Musical in 2008, and you can bet this film will be a major contender come award season.
Days all we got, so we cannot stop. This is our block.
With Miranda's ear-catching and touching lyrics paired with the energetic direction from John M. Chu of Crazy Rich Asians fame, In the Heights is the feel-good movie we've all been waiting for a very long time.
In the Heights is a love story to those who have lived the American dream and those who are still dreaming. You can watch In the Heights in theaters or on the HBO Max app. I'm Alicia Stanford, and that's what's in the Hollywood Spotlight now.
The Browning method is not just about exercise, but about reinforcing positive body image and healthy outlook on fitness. Natalie talked to celebrity fitness trainer Mary Ann Browning about her success in New York, the Hamptons, and virtual training sessions.
I had the opportunity to talk to Mary Ann Browning, who is the founder and president of Browning's Fitness. She is one of the most sought-after trainers in New York City. Celebrities, socialites, and moguls alike train with Mary Ann because she produces results that last a lifetime.
I wish I could tell you there is a holy grail. There is none.
I saw that you had a background in ballet and were a ballerina. What made you want to transition from that into more of the fitness realm?
Well, I think because I was a ballerina, activity and exercise has always been part of my life. So I started going to a gym, and then I decided to actually hire someone to give me a personal trainer as a gift, and sort of started like saying, okay, maybe I'm going to get a nutrition degree. Like, this is interesting. Just had an organic effect.
How were you able to get these big names like Vera Wang and John Dempsey to work with you?
I saw the gym on the Upper East Side, and I walked in. I kind of asked for a job, and I managed to meet people like Vera who came to train for the Oscars. And
how would you describe the Browning method?
Well, simply, I believe the Browning method is about building muscle in places you don't have muscle, to burn fat in places you do. So it's about helping me be able to really work out what is effective.
And I saw you start these nutritional programs. How recent was that? And how is it kind of the same thing? Do you have your clients come in and do both, or do they usually opt for the nutritional program as well as the training?
So they would sign up for a plan, and I would go and meet them at a restaurant and a plan for them, and we would start to work. And I would say, give me 2 months is really what I ask of everybody, whereby we may eliminate some of the things you don't, that you really love. But if you love pasta, I can assure you, I am going to make sure that for your rest of your life, you have pasta. Otherwise, it won't work.
Well, regarding COVID, like you said, what's the transition been like? Has it been weird? Has it been hard to adjust with,
COVID has given me a chance just to look at how much I had, how much I don't need. And, it's also even just given me more time to sort of become more spiritual, more time to focus and look at how much I have.
Make sure to follow Mary Ann on Instagram and Facebook.
And that wraps up this episode of California Life. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. Make sure you watch us on Facebook and Instagram, and follow our Twitter, and listen to our new podcast. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter, and check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.